Leg day, the most skipped day in the gym. I've been getting a ton of comments from you guys asking me for leg training advice. Now, I always tell you guys you should never listen to people who have genetic strong points for certain body parts that you want to bring up. But because you guys keep asking, I'm going to give you this info. All right. Genetically, for me, legs grow very, very quick. I have no problem getting my legs bigger, stronger, rapidly with as minimal amount of volume as possible. So this video is just going to give you some insight on what I've done to grow my quads, despite them being a strong body part. So before I actually get into leg day and leg training and what I do to develop the foundation to every physique, what you need to focus on first is when you have a strong body part or a weak body part for that matter, you need to either, one, if it's weak, allocate more volume and more intensity to that body part. Or if it's a strong point, you need to pull back that intensity and pull back that volume. Because if it's a strong point and you keep hammering it with just as much intensity as the weak points, the strong points are going to grow that much faster. So I've squatted over 3 times body weight for reps, over 570 pounds for reps. My legs, like I said, genetically just get super strong. I've deadlifted well over 600 pounds. So with that said and that out of the way, when my quads grew the most, I was doing this. So I would start, and this was way back when, but I would start with leg extensions first to warm up the knee. I used to start with leg extensions, probably do 3 sets, 15 reps, and really focus on that burn and warming up the knees and the ligaments and everything in the knee. So this way, when I came to squatting, I was good. However, you're probably going to be a little bit pre-fatigued when it comes to the next movement that we go to, but I think it's okay. So you start with that. That's where I used to start with. And again, you used to get a nice pump in the legs and be good to go. My knees would be nice and warmed up. The next thing I would move on to, and this is when my quads grew the most, I would go then into either hack squats or barbell squats. Now, I also was a competitive powerlifter, and barbell squats just seem to be my jam. My body likes them, and I respond very well to them. So I would go right into barbell squats. I would do 3 sets, and I would kind of pyramid down in weight and always try to beat my 5 rep max. So let's say I would do maybe 8, then maybe 6, and then 5 and try to break that new record. I was squatting well over 400 pounds when I was a teen. So squatting for me, like I said, was easy, just kind of genetically fits my body, but I got a lot out of squats when it came to quad development. Now, when I would cycle through or get tired of squatting, I would switch to hack squats. And hack squats, what I used to do with hack squats was, the key, I used to keep constant tension on the quads. So I would go all the way down and I would stop about 3/4 of the way up and then all the way down again, keeping the tension on the quads. And this used to burn so bad, my legs used to shake. One of the keys with squatting with a barbell or with doing hack squats is making sure that you're keeping the pressure on your heels. When you keep the pressure on your heels, you're going to keep and activate the whole leg, your hamstrings, and activate more of the quads. When you're kind of more on the toes, you're going to be feeling it more in the knee, and we don't want that. So I would move on to either one of those two. If I was doing hack squats though, I would keep the reps a little bit higher, around the 8 rep range mark. So 8 to 12 was where I did it for hack squats. Then from there, I would move on to a hamstring curl. I would focus on really stretching. I like hamstring curls. I think hamstring curls are really, really good for the hamstrings. It's almost equivalent to a preacher curl for biceps. It's an isolation movement for the hamstrings. It helps to really develop them. So I'd move on to a hamstring curl here, anywhere between 3 sets, probably like 10 to 15 reps. Then from there, I would shift over to some RDLs, and I might do them with dumbbells. I might do them with barbells. Really just depended on how I felt for the day. And again, I'd focus here, 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps here, and just focus on moving a lot of weight. For me, legs were very strong, so I can move a lot of weight. I was doing over 400 pounds in an RDL. With ease, no problem. So again, you have to just work your way up to it. And then I would just move on to calves and be done. Now, because my quads and my legs grow pretty quickly, didn't allocate a lot of frequency to it. When I was powerlifting, I was squatting 2 to 3 days a week, and that really improved my squatting strength. But as far as size go, I didn't really notice much of a difference with a higher frequency like that. I do think twice a week leg training for trying to bring them up for overall growth is going to work way better than just focusing on, 3 days a week like that. So if you're looking to build a good foundation to your physique, hammer the quads, hammer the squats, focus on those hamstrings, focus on movements that you're actually feeling in the targeted muscle. Now, you're probably asking, well, what about the leg press? For me, I never liked the leg press because the leg press was always just what I considered an ego press. People load up the leg press, they do half reps, and not everybody does that, but I've seen it commonly in the gym. A lot of people do that. They're so excited. Oh, I leg pressed 800 pounds, but it's half reps. If you are going to use the leg press, I like doing it one leg because it allows you to focus on that one quad, one leg, all the way down, all the way up, minimizes cheating, minimizes overload to that movement. So if you want to build big legs, follow that routine that I gave you here. And if you're curious how to train your whole body and build more muscle, I got you covered. I have a free 6-week training program that I'm going to give you. No strings attached, no catch. Just click that link below and download that program. All right, this is Anthony, AB Fitness. I'll catch you guys on the next one.